Hey, what's up? Jessica here from Devereaux. So I wanted to dive into PropellerAds and I wanted to look at Zeropark, mainly because they have these automated rule-based options or auto optimization tools that can help you with your next push traffic campaign. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I have gone ahead and logged into both accounts. I am in PropellerAds first. I figured let's start here since we're running the most campaigns here. And we will be spending a lot of time in Zeropark coming up because we have, okay, yeah, obviously I speak English. We have transitioned to trying to scale. So our analysis is PropellerAds definitely performs. We have come to some very good conclusions with our tests. We now know manually optimizing the campaigns will get us where we want to be. So just for a brief example, I think this is what today, like literally just me signing on right now. So this is a push traffic campaign that you can see that Colin is running. This is one that my media buyer that I work with is running. And then here's one that we've been running for a while, which touches point on the target CPA. So that's what I wanted to bring to your attention. So whenever you are, and they have auto optimizers, just like how Facebook has those AI tools where you can like Connect IO and Magic DX, you know, those things where they have automated rules for you that are in addition to what the platform provides, because PropellerAds does have an auto optimization feature, but you can't really control any rules with it. So that's kind of where maybe one of those tools might come in, but we haven't tested any of that to recommend one. But I will probably do that just to play around with it to see if it's even worth it. Because it's taking the time to monitor the zones and to make sure that your spend is going in the right direction, that can kind of become tedious if you have multiple campaigns running. But let's go back on topic. So target CPA, actually, we're probably going to need to pull up some docs. So PropellerAds is very active in the industry, and they had a seminar about target CPA that I attended. And oh, it's right there. So let's go to exactly what it is. So I'll break down the basics. Whenever you're running traffic on PropellerAds, you have everything broken down into zones. And then in each zone, you have different sources. So that would be mobile and desktop, and then the kind of connections you're on. So then you have your carrier and your wireless. I think I'm explaining this right. So when you go in here to set your target CPA, let's see, you set up your CPA for the bid, and here's how it works. So pretty much there's an algorithm that is going to monitor your campaign. Which you can change during the duration of your campaign, right? So it starts working within the first hour. Usually it starts working after a particular zone gets at least 40 clicks. So once the campaign is up and running, it's going to start collecting stats, and it's going to take it about an hour to give you some feedback about your campaign. And you can change it as you're running you can change your CPA amount as you're running your campaign. So whenever you're looking at your dashboard, you will get some symbols right here where there's a small fire or a small snowflake, depending on the activity on that particular zone. So I don't like how this is set up, honestly, because they don't go into detail about it. So they probably should fix this, because this covers nothing like what they talked about in the seminars. That's disadvantage. So let me log into the AFK forum, because thankfully for me, I'm detailed as hell, and I thought it was a helpful seminar. So let me pull it up, because I want you guys to know the resource. So me and Renee, we love push traffic, and Renee loves it a little bit more than me. And you will know that because he has a bulletin called Push Traffic Daily News in our forum. So if you don't read it, you need to, because we always post things that we get in our emails from these traffic sources, the popular geos, how much you should be bidding. And you guys, and I'm speaking to everyone in the AFK forum that's watching, I know that you guys don't take advantage of this push traffic daily news bulletin because we're the only ones talking to each other. Um, which, I mean, whatever, we don't care. But seriously, if you really want to be successful, you got to stay up to date with the current trends, and that's exactly how we do it because things are changing all the time. So I came in here and initially posted the webinar here, but then I decided to take it out and put it in its own post. Let me find it real quick. And then you guys can come here to our website, and I broke down the webinar for you. Hold on. There it is. So, PropellerAds Target CPA webinar feature. So I wanted to feature on here, and as you can see, I am hilarious with the gifts. So, when you are bidding, remember I've talked about CPC and CPM. Go with, and remember I talked about when you should and when you shouldn't use it. Right here, they're reiterating what I have already proven through tests. I was just glad that they confirmed my thoughts in this webinar. I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. So CPC is best for testing whenever you have new offers and creatives, and CPM is best for scaling. Now we have not been, and that makes sense because when you're scaling, you're trying to increase your traffic and your impressions, right? And then you know you can get a decent click-through rate because you've already tested those creatives. So that's the logic I want you guys to stick in. Now, whenever you set this up, so this is what I mean. So you have your zones, and then, okay, I called it sources. They call it traffic slice. So what they're saying is your traffic slice can be broken down into a particular geo. Let me make this a little bigger for you guys, because we're gonna dive into this target CPA because we're testing it, and I want you guys to get our honest opinion about it and to know how to analyze our opinion about it. So for in this example, you can see that each slice has a zone, all right? And then each zone has whatever the hell. So a traffic slice. All right. So each zone has 4 slices. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So you got your desktop, you got your mobile for each particular geo. And then if we're testing another country, their desktop and their mobile, right? So this is where I meant about the 40 clicks. It's initiated immediately. I do believe that, but they probably should notate that you're not going to get anything until within the hour, and then at least 40 clicks. So what happens is it chooses, so let's say your target cost per CPA is 1, right? If you're saying that you're only willing to spend $1 to get your leads, and these zones have spent more than $1, then they're going to be excluded. And then these have not reached 1 yet, so these are still going to remain, right? So that's pretty much what that is. And okay, so now they have it where if you're using the smart rotator, which is going to be the image or the push notification rotator, where you can upload up to 8 different push notifications. So what they're saying is it tests each creative ad set, which it should already be doing because it does that manually. So if it has 3 creative ad sets, the system will spend up to $12 because our target CPA is going to be, let's say our target CPA is $4, right? And only after that, if the slice is underperforming, will it be excluded. So if you're running target CPA, and if you are running a campaign where eventually the zone reaches $4, only at that time can you exclude the slide. You know what? Fuck that. I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. So hold on. How to understand your campaign once it's optimized. So I think what they were saying about the other one is the images are going to be tested and you can't exclude them until later. This is why we need to test it, because when we go through these webinars and you're like, all right, I think I got it, but then I'm reading it and I'm like, hold on. Yeah, okay, I know how to understand it. What do you need to make a campaign, a system, You need a tracker, yeah, obviously. Set it up, enable it, tips and tricks. Okay, so they think that we should not use lists if it's a new campaign, and we should use the list if we've tested it. So we are using a list right now because we have tested it. And let me think. Let's see, what else can I talk about target CPA before I show it to you? So the CPA target rate defines the price per conversion that you're ready to pay. All right, so whenever you go and set up that target rate, let's say your CPA network pays you $2 per conversion. To stay profitable, your target CPA should be less than $2. That makes sense. You could still do the manual like we do. And here's something they did with dating. So the payout was $4.75, and as you can see, they wanted a margin of 75 cents. Here's the case study. So some slices have fire and ice. They were underperforming, but still in testing mode. Yeah. So here are the questions that I was going to address, which is why I highly encourage you guys to come here, because when I start running these target CPA, I would say these are some very good questions from their webinar, and I attended it because, you know, sometimes you can't see the questions after you watch a replay. So that's why I take the time out of my day to attend these webinars, because I can write down those questions for you guys. So we talked about what the best vertical was, which we get that question a lot. And obviously they get that question a lot, and the answer is the same: test. What is the suggested budget? So it depends on your payout. Let's take a look. How do you know which zone we should exclude? So it cuts the zones for you that don't have a lot of clicks or conversions. There are a lot of calculators on the internet that can determine statistical accuracy on your clicks. Should one push creative or multiple variations in the campaign? If multiple, does it optimize the campaign for each push ad variation? So this is kind of because obviously no one understood that slide that we just read, right? So use 3 to 5 ad sets with different pictures, and once you check the click-through rate, just stick with one. So they're not going to take out the creatives. We have to enable them and disable them ourselves, but we will know how to approach that after a zone is finally excluded, once we get some data back from the target CPA algorithm. That's a tracking question. So here's the thing. With target CPA, if you want offers to target multiple countries, which we never do, should we separate offers and campaigns per country, or should we insert countries in one campaign? Selecting a wide targeting and running campaigns for several. Select a very wide targeting and run campaigns. Generally go as narrow as possible. So yeah, so they're saying no, don't combine. It may seem like a lot of work, but in the end, the thinner you slice, the better your results will be. So yeah, separate your shit. How do PropellerAds define quality traffic? So that would probably be subscription dates and user activity. So what are the biggest mistakes beginners? Yeah, that's a general. If you're targeting mobile in just one country, will each zone have just one slice? So what they're saying is one operating system plus one geo equals one zone, and that equals one slice. So because we are, yeah, nobody, whatever. How many days can I run a campaign? Yeah, no, we kind of had the same answer. So we usually run it for 3 days before we decide it's going to fail. We come back if we look at conversion and click-through rate, and then we look at the spend for the zones before we decide if it's a failed campaign. I'll kind of walk you through my thought process on that. Do you ever divide by operating? Yes, you do. All right, so those are some of the questions that I've already actually taught you guys. So let's look at how target CPA is in here on our current campaign. Thankfully, we already have an example for you guys. So whenever we are naming our campaigns, we always do the geo, placement, offer, bidding type, and then if we have anything extra, we'll put it right here. So if it's a high audience, we put high, medium, or low. And right now we're doing target CPA, just so you can stay organized, right? We got our tracking set up. We're using some new push notifications that we wanted to test. Here are some of the old ones. This one was our winning image, and we're doing all traffic. So because we are doing all traffic, we can include broker traffic. If it was just high, this would be unchecked. And then here's target CPA. So you have to click this to enable it, and it'll tell you that it's enabled. When it's not, it'll say is not enabled. And then our payout, I guess it's like, what, 240? I don't know. What's our payout for this offer? Not too sure. Let's look at, can I see it in the, no, I can't see it in the link, but I'll take a look at it in the dashboard in a second when I check the stats, because that's what I was doing today, was checking our stats. So as you can see, starts within an hour, automatically excludes slices. So let's see what this read more takes us to. If it takes us to this bummy ass blog article, then PropellerAds needs to do something about that. That article was horrible. As you can see, I had, okay, this is better. No, this is not better. Yeah, y'all need to fix this. Don't nobody want to read this shit. How is this like the? I'm glad they had the webinar about it because it breaks down a little better. But this here does not help anyone understand anything. So I kind of see why you guys come to us with questions, because this is not clear at all. I will write a target CPA blog article for you guys. No problem. All right, so we have it set for $40 a day to $100 budget, and let's take a look at, oh, and we're targeting mobile. So as you can see, we are not really too pressed about the rate we're paying. So we're paying 8 cents per click, and, or is it 9? Okay, it's 9. The suggested is probably more than that, right? It's probably like right here, because so what happens is when you are in the right zone, this line gets bold. So this is where they want us. It looks like they want us at about 16 cents. And we are way lower than that. So our line doesn't get bold. Oh, well, we don't care. We're just going to increase this if the conversions keep coming through. So we have been running this campaign for a hot second. When we launched it, we immediately got conversions. When we optimized it, the conversions kept coming. And we've kept it in the green. Our problem has been scaling it. So let me show you the data from target CPA, and then we'll dive into the Zeropark. So if I go to the dashboard, as you can see, columns on premium traffic right here. That's where there's a star. So we'll dive into premium traffic in another video. So we are doing the target CPA right here. As you can see, we're still running our CPC all campaign without target CPA, where we're going to modify it manually. So here's what's happening, where we're not really too eager about it. It lets too many clicks come in before it decides to optimize. So we would like to be able to tell it, like, I guess we're not getting to $2.40 fast enough. So let me go to yesterday, because obviously we won't have anything today. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll go to the 23rd to the 24th. So we look back at it. We got mad conversions in one day. We got 30 conversion. Cost us about 61 bucks. Conversion rate 4.89. Click-through rate 0.27. So we'll look at the images, right? So we got this one is paused for some reason. So some of the traffic segments in this zone were ineffective and were disabled by our CPA goal algorithm. However, we're still testing. The zone of your campaign still retrieve traffic from it. Okay, so what they're doing is they're testing New Zealand and the platform Android for us to see if we can get some more conversions. This one they're saying is all the targeted traffic segments in this zone are working effectively. But we didn't get any icicles. And we were like, how can all of these zones be working effectively? There's no way. So then we obviously dive into volume to get our own analysis going. So then we look at the creatives to see where our highest click-through rates are coming, and they're kind of They're kind of even right now, so that's why we're going to keep them. But they're not as high as they were initially when we were just running a CPC campaign on high traffic. Like we had it in like the 2% and the 1% site. And that is pretty general, and that's great if you're a beginner. And we literally just, that was our first campaign, and we just like ran with it, right? So I would say our click-through rates are not where we wanted them to be, but again, your CTRs, they are probably relative to your conversion rate, maybe about 80% of the time with push traffic, because as you can see, our conversion rates are great. We're just not getting as many clicks. But obviously, the impressions, so I would say if we get more impressions, better clicks, and obviously, if we get more clicks in the same amount of impressions, then obviously our click-through rate will be higher. But we haven't really mastered that part yet. So I would say we're using, as you can see, same copy, same description, super easy, just different icons, different images. And that is pretty much it for target CPA. If we compare, so like we said, we're not really too keen on it. So if I go into the campaign for the one we're doing manually, which is up here, right here. No, that's not it. Target, where are you? Where is you at? Did we pause it? Where is it at? Let me see if he paused it. He might have paused it. CPC all. I don't know. But we have this one that we are running manually, where we can exclude and include the zones ourselves, increase and decrease the bid ourselves, and all that jazz. So as you can see, our click-through rates are still about the same. Like this one, we got mad conversions, but look at that impression in the clicks, right? And then we're getting some. So these like this one, we probably kill that one because we're not getting any conversions. So we probably should come in here and do that. This one probably not. You know, we usually go into volume, look at where our costs are going before we look at our rates, and then we go from there. So yeah, that's pretty much how we look at the data for your manuals. Like nothing much to it. If we look at how the creatives are performing with all of the traffic, it's about the same. So we didn't see anything above 1 or 2 until we started separating the user activity. But as you can see, we're still getting quite a few conversions on this one. But I remember I didn't know, did he pause it? Or let me see if we can find it really quick. Hold on. Come on, Propeller. You can do it, Propeller. Okay, so we are not working it. We stopped it. Yep, he stopped it. So that was just the data. So now let's go to Zeropark. So we tried to scale it here, and we tried to scale it here by just transitioning all of the rating creatives into Zeropark, and it's been very expensive. We're barely getting conversions, spending a lot of the budget. So let me dive into it for you guys real quick. But RBO is what I really want us to look at. So let's just look at it as an example in the offer. So this is going to be the insight for our run of the network, which means we are buying all of the traffic from this geo, from all of the sources and targets. And that's pretty much what Zeropark calls their publisher feeds or whatever have you in their zones. So whenever you want to set up optimization rules, you have to come into the campaign to do it. And just because I know you guys are interested, so here's how the campaign is running right now. So we are still getting conversions. It's not horrible. We've been pausing it off and on because we wanted to see how things are doing on PropellerAds. It's not really going anywhere. So we figured we'd go ahead and try to get the volume to go up here. But then again, we are working in New Zealand. So we probably will just go ahead and end this in a couple days too, because there's not really much you could scale out of New Zealand. Now, we have spent, it looks like we spent about roughly $30 per image. The that performed the worst, we paid the least. And we have already taken off this one because we were paying a higher average cost than this one. So that is this one. This one didn't work. I'm pretty sure we're using the same text. Yeah, we are. And so we tested this one on Propeller and it worked great. But over here, not so much. And this one's not working so much either. All right, so if we go into RBO, so let's take a look at their docs real quick. Because again, we are testing all of this to see if it's even worth it. So the thing with RBO is the great ladies who trained us at Zeropark, because they are awesome. Yeah, and that too. They are like the bomb with customer service. Right? They treat us really good. So we were going to look at rule-based optimization. All right, so enables you to self-optimize effectively according to the rules you set. So here's the thing. You can go in and set a budget for your source. So if you don't want to spend more than $20 per source, you can set that. But we have our campaigns already for unlimited because we don't care. And we're trying to get that big ass campaign where we have like stupid ROI. So as far as the example, so if the target has a $5 spend and the conversion rate is lower than 0.05 within the last hour, then follows the target. So that's what they were saying we should start doing, is instead of going in with a source list or a target list that we are going to use for a blacklist or whitelist, that we should probably just start auto-optimizing, especially when we're running a source or a target campaign. Because the idea behind a source and a target campaign is that those zones are already converting. You can get your whitelist sometimes from Zeropark if you are on that level. I don't know. I can't say. If you don't get it, don't come yelling at me. Oh, you told me I could get it. I don't know. They pick and choose who they want to give it to. And then it will help you at least deal with delays, or if you forget about it, or kind of save you some money, because that's what we ran into. We burned through the budget and we got it was in red with Zeropark. We could not get it into the green. So setting up the optimization, I showed you already. It's pretty easy. You just add it under there. You say you understand. So set up the conversion delay. So what's the conversion delay? Let's see what that is. Conversion delay. Since some conversions may be reported with a slight delay, this setting makes sure all the conversions are counted within the statistics window they occurred in. A conversion delay value is set for the whole campaign. Works for me because you always get delayed. You always get delayed clicks anyway. Then you'll always go over what you spend. It happens all the time with all traffic sources. That's nothing new. So they want you to set an item, so you can use a source, a target, your geo, your campaign. So it's available. Okay, we can't do this. We can't do this. All right. Selected rural metrics. So we would go by visits. So this is clicks for push. The minimum is going to be, yeah, they don't tell us for push. The minimum value is 20. So select the rule formula. So your conversion rate, this is the number of conversions, obviously. Multiplied by 100. All right, set a logical conditional formula. So you have to go lower or higher, define the time frame, define the action. I'm just trying to see what all the parts are. And I like how, okay, so here's a source, more than 100. We're going to do visits because we're doing push. And then if the ROI is larger than this, then pause. Okay, bet, like it. So you might need to come into this. See, this is the difference, right? Like, we're getting some information. You guys can get most of your questions answered here. Is compared to that other shit we was reading about target CPA. So, because you can read about this anomaly, but if there's impact the campaign performance and the result. Okay, I don't know what all this is. I don't feel like reading it. So Yeah, because I need to get through this video. We're already mad long. So you do add new. Okay, I understand. Okay, so conversion delay, let's just say no delay. And here you go. So if a target or a source has more than blank clicks, so we would say we probably don't want any more. I got to look and see how many clicks we get for conversion. We'll have to see what our EPC is, so, or CPA is. So I'd say every 100 clicks, and we would probably do conversion rate is lower than, where are we at? So let me see what the conversion rate is for, what we doing, 30, hold on y'all. What we made, average, we made 29.11. We got 390 clicks. %. So I'd probably go with, I'd probably say like, and it's lower than whatever, 2%, then you would pause it within, right? So you do this and then you're good. Set your time. So I think that's pretty straightforward, honestly. So we can play with those. So I'll do an analysis in a different video, but let me just see what one of the rules are in this one. So we have been advised that Italy is a top performing push notification geo. So we decided to go ahead and give it a run. Let's take a look at if target has more than $5 spent and ROI is lower than 0%, pause it, which is pretty straightforward. He didn't do anything with the clicks or anything. So let's take a look and see if that's happening. So this one made the cut because I got an ROI. I think that's cool. These haven't spent $5 yet. So we're gonna wait to see what happens. They made the cut. Okay, so let's see if we can see any that are paused. Nothing got paused yet. So I guess we either haven't spent yet. We haven't spent what we need to spend yet. How's it doing? This on target, right? Yeah. So we haven't spent what we need to spend yet. And these are doing good, so they haven't gotten paused yet. That's what I would say. So we could probably review the kind of rules we're doing. We'll play around with that a little bit more for you guys. So here's what's coming up in my playlist, because I kind of like to break things down in a process that helps me learn a little better. So this is the rule-based optimization, the automated rules and stuff. We'll dive a little deeper into some like third-party tools, but obviously take advantage and learn how the platform optimizes first before you start adding things to your tech stack. I will be doing some follow-alongs in Zeropark to kind of get an idea of how to mesh or kind of add additional synergy to the transition between the RON to a target or source. I'll let you know whether or not we prefer source or target. I'll let you know whether or not we prefer RBO over target CPA, because this is all testing, and that's something we know that you guys are as we can see, as we were trying to look for information, it's just not out there. Affiliates are just hiding things because they think that they're shit. Nobody cares. We just want to learn, right? And I will go over some different verticals with you guys too. I know we're going to be doing a lot of sweepstakes, but I want to play around with different verticals to see if we can get more traction, and probably with maybe e-com. I'll probably do like mainstream adult, mainstream gaming. So let me know if those are of any interest to you. Please let me know if there is a particular affiliate network that you would like for me to use to build a campaign on Zeropark. I do read my comments. I do read the messages for you guys. I have a couple videos that I told some people in our Facebook group that I will record for them. I am 100% serious about that. So if you don't have any questions for me that you're going to leave in the comments below, then just come find me in the AFK forum. I have posted a few follow-alongs to give you guys some additional insight into our push traffic campaigns that we're running on Deborah. And then I have some follow-alongs for my own personal campaigns that I'm tracking and revealing the entire flows. So if you have not already created your free account for the AFK forum, what the hell are you waiting for? Other than that, I think this was a pretty in-depth explanation of target CPA, RVO. It'll probably get better for me to explain it for you guys because we're just testing it and it's still kind of new to us. And other than that, I think we covered some good info today. So again, keep in contact with me, communicate with me, let me know what you guys want to see, and I will catch you in the next video.
Allow me to introduce the Dice University Forum. Whether you are trying to make your first conversion on ClickBank or scale your campaigns to 6 figures, the Dice University Forum offers you exactly what you need, like high-quality landing page templates, detailed case studies, and exclusive discounts. The forum has no outdated information. All resources inside are from campaigns that are running right now. Do you want to learn from super affiliates? Check the link in the description and sign up today.